powerful words from inside the BBC suggest a storm is brewing. A former board member claims that a dangerous playbook, what he calls the leak and launch strategy, has proven successful in shaking the core of the BBC's leadership. But here's where it gets controversial. Could the corporation's own actions have invited the turmoil that followed? Shumeet Banerji, a veteran technology investor, announced his resignation from the BBC board last Friday. He says he stepped down because he was excluded from crucial discussions that led to the abrupt exits of both Director General Tim Davie and BBC News chief Deborah Turness. According to Banerji, this lack of consultation wasn't just an oversight, it showed that internal processes were being sidestepped in a way that legitimized the tactics of those who want to undermine the broadcaster. In his resignation letter, Banerji describes being taken aback during a call in which he learned that Turness had already been informed she no longer had the support of most board members. He wrote that he was never invited to any meeting where such a momentous decision would be addressed, and that BBC Chair Samir Shah blocked more open, reasoned debate. That's a bold accusation, essentially. He's suggesting the BBC's leadership avoided proper governance in a moment of crisis. Shah, however, countered Banerji's version of events while testifying before a parliamentary committee. He said the two had spoken on the phone for 26 minutes during the weekend when the resignations took place, an exchange he suggested undermines Banerji's claims of being left out. Banerji disputes this account, insisting the call only happened because he personally requested it and that his resignation letter was released publicly to clarify the record and address any misunderstanding caused by Shah's remarks. The leadership fallout followed publication of a controversial memo written by Michael Prescott, a public relations consultant and former external advisor to the BBC's Editorial Standards Committee. Prescott argued that the broadcaster had systemic problems in how it covered polarizing topics like Donald Trump, the conflict in Gaza, and transgender rights. A fellow advisor who served alongside him later refuted those claims, saying Prescott's critique didn't reflect reality. Still, Banerji says the board's panicked reaction to the memo and the decision to act after it was predictably leaked to the Daily Telegraph was a mistake that played straight into the hands of the BBC's opponents. Executive performance should be evaluated through the board, not in the full glare of hostile press coverage, he wrote, adding that the entire situation now teaches the BBC's critics one thing, that leak and launch works. He also hinted at deeper unrest within the organization, suggesting that Turness' ousting could only have been perceived by Davie as a direct challenge to his own leadership. While Davie acknowledged that the crisis influenced his decision to step down, he stressed it wasn't the only factor. The BBC's official statement was brief and polite. It confirmed Banerji's resignation, noted that his term as a non-executive director would have ended in December anyway, and assured that the search for a new board member was already in progress. But the bigger question remains: if senior insiders believe leak and launch tactics can destabilize one of Britain's most trusted institutions, what does that say about the state of transparency and accountability inside the UK's public broadcaster? Are leak-driven political warfare and public pressure now shaping how key media organizations operate? What do you think? Is this a one-off crisis or the symptom of a deeper dysfunction within the BBC? Share your thoughts in the comments.